Okay, just waiting for try to get in here. Send him an invite. Okay. Got one viewer. Okay. Tribero says coming. I got one viewer so far. I put this on Insta. Okay. Young Punisher. My day is going good, man. I worked for almost 12 hours today. Finally doing something I relax and enjoy. How about yourself? Hope you like Sade as much as we do. Yeah, man. I cannot wait to do this album, man. Like, really cannot wait to do this album. And also, I forgot to mention, we are actually going to do a top. Um, what was I about to say? Me and Troy, we also. Damn it! We're going to talk about like our favorite diss tracks because I was kind of like impressed with Eminem's list and stuff like that. Even though I was kind of like skeptical about some choices, but he did have some good choices. Let's try it. Yo,
Yo, what up?
what's happening?
Chilling. Is my
Damn, it's
is my
felt like
thing
forever since I've done a live video, bro.
is my thing off? I think my camera's off right now.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you, but I don't see you.
I hear you too, but your camera went off again.
My camera was on and I still don't see shit.
You don't see me?
Nah. I don't know what the hell going
Hold on.
on. Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing a live video right now. What's up? What's what's up? Are you serious?
Yeah, I can.
Wow. Um, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Are you gonna be up by like 2 o'clock or 1:30? Okay. Call me like close to 2, and when you send me what you got, I can look over it for you tomorrow. You appeal there. Okay.
Yo.
Okay. All right, well, okay. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna call you right back. Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
It's all good, man.
You can see me now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, yeah. I was did you get my text about the diss tracks too?
Yes. I
Yeah, I
finished
mean,
my list already. I already did my list.
yeah, I literally just I was working like all day and I just said, oh shit. So I just literally just
Yeah.
did my list.
Right.
But my number one's still my number one and shit. So
Hmm.
I'm
Okay.
grateful about that.
You want to do the list now or after the album review?
You know what? Fuck it. We can just do the list now. We can just do the list now. Fuck it. Um, so what's your number 10?
Number 10 is gonna be LL Cool J, The Ripper's Back.
Oh,
I thought it was cool. Like I don't know, like I still don't feel like LL won that battle. I think they only gave it to him because of he was a veteran at that time, and all the DJs was on his dick and shit. But I feel like Cannabis beat him with that one song. So
I was talking to
mhm.
Steven about that. He
Right,
posted the infamous LL Cool J interview
right,
and on the phone conversation, and I said
right,
how even though Sick Around Knockout is a good diss, the Ripper
mm,
Strikes Back should still get its respect
right.
in a way.
It
But
was
yeah,
it was
that's
good. I don't feel like it was better than second on knockout though. I feel like see with like the thing with second on knockout like Cannabis was saying actual shit, so it wasn't
yeah, yo, try. Damn, I lost him. Fuck. Shit. Damn. Okay, well, so my number 10, I was gonna say is Roxanne Shantae's Big Mama. Yeah, that diss track is definitely one of my favorite diss tracks. One that I have a kind of a recent new appreciation for because of the fact that this is just a female MC that just went after everybody, every female MC like Queen Latifah, MC Light, Yo Yo, Salt and Pepper, Isis. Like that this track was just so groundbreaking and stuff like that. And that's my number 10 and shit. That's my number 10. And in case you guys are wondering, that song was on the Bitches Back album, her last album, released in 1992, which is long out of print. Um, so that's Roxanne Shantae's Big Mama. Yeah, I just texted her asking he good. Yeah. And also like, yeah, I know we're gonna do the Sade. We're gonna definitely do the Sade after this countdown and shit. And I do apologize for myself being late because I was getting off work and I was just handling some shit. And Tribero's Wi-Fi is acting up a little
yo,
bit.
my bad. You
Oh
hear
no,
me?
he's straight. I
Yeah,
was just reading the message just now.
yeah. Yeah, like it was the LL. It was a decent diss track. I don't feel like it was great though. I just feel like it was decent, but I still feel like Cannabis won that battle though.
He did.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What's in number 10?
Roxanne Shantae's Big Mama.
So I never heard that one. I always heard about it. Never actually heard the song.
Yeah, man. That song I kind of have a new appreciation for.
Right,
Um, that was on the Bitches Back album,
right,
long out of print.
mhm,
Um, the reason how this song came about was I think she didn't was not getting like a lot of respect because it was like some
right,
female hip hop concert and no one acknowledged
right,
her, so she went after everybody like Light, Latifah, Salt and Pepper, Moni Love, Yo Yo, Isis.
right. Hmm.
She called Yo Yo. Now onto that West Coast slut. I'm just like, damn, like. But I wish the movie would have highlighted that song and shit.
Hmm. Right.
because the movie was good, but it wasn't great as people made it out to be, in my opinion.
Right.
Because it was too much about her personal life, her abusive relationship. I want to see more about the music and shit, but it is
Right.
what it
I
is.
agree. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like an hour and like maybe 20 something minutes. It could have been like longer.
right. Like, yeah, man. But we're gonna talk about the movie one day. 'Cause I think somebody wants me to review it one day. Damn, his Wi-Fi is acting up again. Oh shit. Fuck. Okay. So my number nine. I'm okay. His shit's fucking up again. So like my number nine is gonna be LL Cool J's "To the Break of Dawn" off the Mama Said Knock You Out album. That was aimed at Kumo D, MC Hammer, and Ice T. Originally this was actually on the, if I'm not mistaken, the House Party 1 soundtrack. And yeah, it was definitely a dope diss track. I mentioned most of my thoughts on this diss track on the Mama Said Knock You Out review. So in case you guys, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but in case you guys are wondering, I'm just gonna be like, the diss track is classic LL and shit like that. He has some dope lines. He has some dope lines and shit. Um, like it definitely one thing I've always loved about whenever LL went after somebody or dissed somebody, like the beat would be like a very commercial kind of beat and in a shit way like that because when it came to like when it came to diss tracks, you know, it was underground and the beat was had this grimy take and shit like that. But with LL Cool J and Kumo D, that beef was so groundbreaking in a way because the fact that you know it made hip hop beefs like mainstream and shit. You could you could say that about like the Bridge Wars to an extent, but at the same time, as a whole, it was still underground basically. So yeah, that's my thoughts on To the Break of Dawn. Um, Tribero shit's still messing up, so I'm just possibly just gonna go on. Track number 8, Kicking the Damn it. Yeah. So track number 8 is gonna be Notorious B.I.G. with Kicking the Door off the Life After Death album. This is another diss track where I reviewed the album for, and it's been a okay, Tribero's back, okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I touched upon Biggie because of course, you know, his first two albums, classic. And I'm not gonna touch Born Again or Duets. And I don't even want to touch posthumous albums on this channel unless if it's an album where the artist actually had active work when they were alive. But yeah, Kicking the Door, that was aimed at Nas, Raekwon, Ghostface, and J. Rue the Damager, and DJ Premier to an extent. I wanted to do I wanted to put like Long Kiss Goodnight, but that might have been a controversial choice for obvious reasons. But yeah, definitely a dope diss track. Um, yeah, check out the DJ Premier interview he did, I think earlier this year about like the studio session about that. He talked about that song. Yeah, I felt like my favorite lines was the lines where he aimed at Jerry the Damager and DJ Premier where he told him, "Son, I'm surprised you roll with them" and shit like that. You know, referring to Jerry with to an extent Nas and shit. But yeah, very dope diss track, Kicking the Door. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna send try and inviting one more invite.
Yeah.
Yo,
So,
that's what's up. You can say your number nine, bro.
number nine is Roxanne, the real Roxanne. I think that's an underrated diss track. That was like definitely like my
Ooh,
favorite track on the UTFO album. You know, yeah, definitely gotta include a woman on the count on this countdown.
I agree.
Yeah,
All right. Um,
where you at?
my,
You on number nine or number eight?
well, I said my number nine.
Okay.
I said I'm LL Cool J to the break of dawn.
Oh yes, from Mama Said Knock You Out.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great diss track. Who was he talking about on that?
Kumo D, Hammer, and Ice T.
Oh, the same. He mentioned them on I Shot You also on the remix.
Yeah, right. Um, yeah. This is. I was telling my viewers how with LL Cool J and the Kumo D beef,
Right.
they made hip hop beef like mainstream, especially if you listen to like the beats. How it had
Yeah.
like a very party, not like a commercial flavor, but you can play it
Right.
on the radio, mass appeal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, I definitely love the lines he aimed at Hammer talking about my old gym teacher ain't supposed to rap.
Fire. Love that. I
Yeah,
love that song. He sounded
classic.
pissed on that song too. So.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
that was him at his most hungriest and shit.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I like that. I like that song more than the Ripper's Back. I feel like on to the Break of Dawn, like he really was going at people, but he didn't mention nobody's name. And on the Ripper's Back, he went at cannabis, but it's like he didn't really say nothing to me that caught my eye.
Yeah, we
You know
gonna
what I
talk
mean?
about that diss track
Yeah.
one day and shit.
Yeah.
All right. You next, bro.
Number eight is Cypress Hill, West Coast Killer. You know, going at
Ooh,
Ice Cube and West Side Connection.
yeah,
I thought that was a big when that battle happened. Like that was they were playing that on the radio over here. Like that was a big thing. Like Cypress Hill going at Cube, for biting their lyrics and their shit. And I remember when that happened. And that was a great diss track, and nobody mentions that one either.
for real.
You know,
I was actually thinking when it comes to that Cypress Hill West Side Connection beef, that's like
right,
really like
right,
one of my favorite hip hop beefs.
yeah,
Cause I don't know, I can't pick a winner because both camps came out with heat.
right,
Like Cypress Hill, No West for the Wicked. West Side
right,
Connection came out with Cross the Mountain, Put a K, King of the Hill. Then they came with the Ice Cube Killer. It was just I can't even pick sides because that beef was just so dope and shit. But
right.
fuck Q for stealing that shit. I don't care what no one says. He stole that shit. Fuck him for that.
Hmm. Yeah,
And he did. He
and then
did.
they. Mhm.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying that they end up somebody that they knew like end up stealing his chain or some shit, like
Yeah.
the West Side chain or whatever he had.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that was on the beef DVD. Like I forgot which one it was. Like back in the day, they were talking about that beef or whatever.
True.
You know, so
But
yeah, that was a
at
big
the
that was
same,
a big thing over here.
oh yeah,
You
I
know?
can only imagine.
Yeah,
Like, and now look what Coop's going through right now. He's about to get sued by Tragedy and shit. Him and Master P.
yeah, that's crazy, yo.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, because Q, as much as I love Cube, he done some shady shit over the years. I'm not gonna front.
All right.
But yeah, my number eight is Biggie's Kicking the
Uh-huh.
Door.
Oh yes, fire.
Yeah, I wanted to put Long Kiss Goodnight, but that would have been a
Mhm.
controversial choice for obvious
Right,
reasons.
right, right. Of course.
But yeah, Nas.
I thought kicking the door. I mean, kicking the door was about J. Rule, right?
Yeah, J. Rule, Nas, Raekwon, and Ghost, and to an extent, DJ Premier.
Oh shit! Damn, I didn't even know all that.
Yeah, because Ray and Ghost somewhat dissed him on the Only Built for Cuban Links on the Shark Biters skit.
Mm, right.
Yeah, y'all know the
Wait a
story
minute.
about
Is that the one where the skit where Ghost is like, I don't want no niggas sounding like me?
that. Yeah, that was the one.
Well, I never thought Biggie sounded like Ghost. They had two different styles. So how is he biting off of how did he feel like Biggie was biting off of him?
No, he didn't necessarily say Biggie was buying off Ghost because he
Mm,
was talking about like album covers because, with Ready to Die and Illmatic
right,
and shit, they had like the little versions, what it seemed like a little version of himself, which it wasn't proved that it was not Biggie on that
right.
Ready to Die album, but yeah, y'all know the story about that. And
That's
so
crazy.
Biggie went after them, talking about bleaching the eye line. He got at Nas because the King of New York shit.
Right. And
Um,
the song, okay, when he did Kicking the Door was he got the beat for 10 Crack Commandments.
you said what?
I said when he did Kicking the Door, was that before or after he got the beat for 10 Crack Commandments? Because the story I heard was that 10 Crack Commandments, it was for Hot 97 when Angie
Yeah.
Martinez battled the beat,
Mm-hmm.
and he hit Premier up for that beat for Life After Death, and Premier him. But if Biggie had beef with Premier, then why does he have two tracks by Premier on Life After Death?
I mean, technically, it wasn't like a beef between him and Primo because him and Primo were cool, but he had his one line was he's like, "Son, I'm surprised you roll with them."
Oh, you talking
Referring
about
to
J. Rule and all that? I see.
yeah,
Yeah, well, J. Rule was part of the Gangstar Foundation, so I mean, he had to roll. That was his homeboy, you know.
yeah, but Biggie was smart ass and shit. You know that shit. Biggie been a
Right.
smart ass for years.
Damn, that's crazy, yo. I always thought like listening to Life After Death, like songs like Kicking the Door and Niggas Bleed and Long Kiss Goodnight. I always thought that was aimed at Pac. Cause that, like he had died right after that, the album came out. So we were thinking like all those songs that he didn't mention the nigga name, he was talking about Pac in those songs.
Like I know Long Kiss Goodnight was a full on Tupac diss. I don't care what nobody says.
Right.
What's Beef has some lines kind of aimed at Pac, low key.
Mm.
What else? Niggas Bleed. I don't think it had any subliminals. I have to re-listen to it, but
Right.
see that
Right.
whole album was just full of subliminals. Like that whole album was full of
Yeah.
subliminals and
Right.
shit.
And because supposedly Puffy told him like he didn't want him doing no diss tracks in the Pac.
Right, but
You
he made
know.
a diss track aimed at Pac too.
Right.
Not many people know that.
Right.
So I'm trying to downplay that shit for years and shit.
I don't know. It's crazy.
All right. Number 7.
Number 7 for me is BDP. The Bridge Is Over. I felt
Ooh.
like everybody knows this the story with the MC Shan and KRS-One beef. That's, if you don't know about it, then look on the Hip Hop Evolution season 2 on Netflix. They talk about it, and I felt like KRS-One killed MC Shan on that track, and that's a timeless track. It's been sampled so many times, and that definitely had to put that on the list.
Okay, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my number 7 is Tupac's Against All Odds.
Okay. Machiavelli. That's a
Yeah,
good choice. I don't hear nobody mention that song, so that is refreshing to hear.
yeah, because everyone's on Hit 'Em Up's Dick, which is a song
Right.
I can't even respect that song as a diss track, to be honest.
Right.
I mean,
Well, I mean, other than oh yeah, he did mention Big. I'm thinking like the the part where he talking about Haitian Jack, but he did mention Biggie on there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Against all
that's a
odds,
dope
he was
song.
going after everybody.
Man, that's a dope song. Yep.
It's on you, bro.
Number six, I got Jay-Z to take over.
Ooh,
Classic. This song, I think this is I don't and Jay, he not known as a battle rapper, and he didn't do a lot of diss songs, but the one time he did, I thought it was a classic diss song, and he annihilated Mobb Deep and Nas. I feel like he made Nas get back on his shit, like, because Nas was, like Nas was kind of like dormant for a while, like, coming off of Nostradamus and shit. And I felt like once Jay Z came out with this, it's like it woke up a sleeping giant, and it reinvigorated Nas musically, and that's what we wanted. And he gave us one
right.
of a 2001 with Stillmatic, and to me he gave us a classic. Don't like the Ether joint, but I love that shit. And I felt like if it wasn't for Nas, if it wasn't for Jay doing that, gotten Ether, we wouldn't have gotten Stillmatic or Godson, and that's a classic Jay song, a classic diss track from Jay-Z. I have to definitely put that on there. I don't put it in the top five. I think it's number six. I feel like the next five to me is better than Takeover.
I feel you. Um, Ironically, our number six is also Takeover too.
No,
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy though because I want to put Ether in the top 10. I mean,
mm,
it's top 10 to me. But
right.
I'm gonna save that till I talk about Ether. But with Takeover, I like the fact that he picked out like all these facts against Nas. And that was one
Yeah,
thing where I was kind of impressed with Jay-Z because with like the fact that he came out with the shit about him failing after Illmatic because he failed
right.
after Illmatic, he tried to like be this conscious shit, point out all
Yeah.
his hypocrisies. That was very dope. Like he pointed out all these facts and shit. When it
Yeah,
comes to hip hop, facts always wins.
yeah, that's true. And
But
and, and at the time, like, when he came out with Takeover, this is some shit that we didn't know about, like the whole thing with Nas and Carmen, Nas baby mother, and
yeah,
I didn't know shit about that, and it was some damaging lines he had in there. But just the way that the fact that he performed the song at Summer Jam, and then he had Michael Jackson come out after
right,
that, it was like that was a legendary thing because Michael didn't work with a lot of rappers. So if he worked with you, you were special. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And the fact that he had Michael come out at the Garden and not at the Garden at in Jersey at Summer Jam, and it was just crazy to see, Michael standing there with Jay, and then, later on, Jay ended up doing the remix for "You Rock My World," and
Yes,
that's just a damn. And then, like, when he was performing it, like he had like a picture of Prodigy like in some ballerina, you know, s- um, outfit and shit, and I felt like Prodigy lyrically wasn't the same after that. Like he found himself again. I want to say like on like the on his solo stuff, like after Infamy, he found himself again on like the HNIC 2 when Albert Einstein he came back lyrically, but when that shit happened, I felt like if you listen to Infamy, he didn't sound the same. It was like he was off of his shit.
I feel you. I feel you on
You know
that.
what I mean? And like it did. I mean, he probably would have never admitted it, but it like real fans could tell like it did something to him mentally, and where like his pen game wasn't as strong on Infamy compared to like Murder Music or Hell on Earth or Infamous.
I definitely agree with you.
So I was like, yo, I think that's another reason why I don't like Infamy as much, because I feel like Prodigy wasn't his pen game wasn't strong on that album. And it was like coming off of the takeover disc, and I wasn't feeling that album too much, but he found himself again, thankfully after, when he did his solo stuff,
Facts.
you know.
Yeah, we definitely need to I actually want to review Infamy one day too. We definitely need to do that
Yeah,
one.
it's not a bad album. It's just that I think it came out at the wrong time because they like when Jay had so much success with the Blueprint and the Takeover, and I felt
Mhm.
like maybe Mob wanted to like really address the Jay, and they wanted to just rush out an album, and he like, yo, well, let's put our answer on Infamy, and then we just gonna rush that shit out there, and people gonna check it out because we got they could have just like came up with a 12-inch single and addressed the whole thing instead of coming up with a whole album to me. But it's not
Right.
a bad album. It's just that it's not one of my favorite Mob albums compared to the previous three.
Exactly.
You know.
Cause it has some joints though, but
Oh yeah. Oh
it
yeah.
has
There's
some
some joints on
joints.
there.
All right,
Um.
so
Yeah. Number 5 for me is Common, the Bitch in You.
oh
This was another song that really made noise in New York when it came out. I remember hearing this song on I want to say it was Stretch and Barbito, and it was the answer back to West Side Slaughterhouse and on the Mac 10 album, and I love it, and I remember reading in back when I used to buy the Source magazine. I remember reading in it about how like things got so like real. Like they were about to come to blows with this beef, and that um I think it was Conrad Muhammad from Nation of Islam had to step in and really talk to both of them, and they end up squashing the beef later on. But if he didn't do that, somebody would have gotten hurt in that beef. And I think it's an underrated diss track. Like when people talk about Common's music, they don't think about his diss track.
I agree. Oh shit, his Wi-Fi's fucking up again. But yeah, that was his number 5. I would say my number 5 would be. Let me think. I'll say I'll probably say Ether by Nas. And this is one I kind of have. It's a dope diss track, and it definitely has its place in pop culture. But the thing that bothered me was that beat. I don't know. I always felt like with that beat, it was just never. It was never finished and shit. And even with Large Professor, he said that he originally was going to do the beat for Ether, but for some reason or whatnot, he Nas kind of declined the beat, or I think he said it was a bit too hardcore, a bit too dark and shit. So that's when the Ron Browse came in the picture and shit like that. So yeah, and this is kind of one I really want. I didn't really feel comfortable putting Takeover and Ether on us both on the top 10 and shit, but it is what it is. Damn. I don't know what's going on with trash shit, but probably that Wi-Fi issues. Yeah, you know how that shit goes. But yeah, don't worry, y'all. We're definitely gonna do the Sade review. Like I said, like I'm so sorry for all this lateness, and all this technicalities and shit. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yo,
yeah, my bad.
you good, bro? I understand.
Yeah, but I feel like it was definitely a slept on diss track by Common, and I feel like he be cute in that battle.
You did
Yep,
most definitely.
yep.
Um, yeah, I was just telling my viewers, my number 5 is Ether.
Okay,
Like again, I
I
kind of wanted to put Ultra Magnetic MCs plucking cards, but I'm gonna save my
got
discussion for that another time.
okay.
But Ether's definitely. I was telling them about how Large Professor originally made the beat for Ether,
Mm,
but from what I've heard or read, I think either Nas or someone else felt like it was a bit too dark, so
right.
they had to scrap that shit. And I never liked the beat to Ether. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
It
That was done by Ether Boy, Ron Browse.
ugh,
Yeah, he did that beat.
jumping out
I
the
didn't know about Lost Professor doing the beat for that.
yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Hmm. I think I read it up in the interview though, but
Yeah,
yeah, 'cause I always felt like that beat wasn't finished, and it just.
right. I,
But yeah,
right. Yeah.
still a dope diss
Yeah.
track.
Oh yeah.
That's number 5.
Number four for me is Cannabis second round knockout.
Okay.
Definitely feel like already when it came out. 'Cause I remember when that shit came out. I remember, New York, riding with L because he was the veteran and it's LL is what I mean? And like fuck all that. Cannabis beat him. He was a rookie on the block and I think he was lyrically better than LL on when it came to the battle. And I feel like the DJs like Funk Master Flex and K Slay and Clue and them, they didn't want to say all that. They was afraid because it's like it's LL, he's the veteran, he's the legend. They were afraid of that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And me being a fan, I'm like, yo, Cannabis beat that nigga, man. I just felt like it was a way better diss track than Whip His Back, and I felt like Cannabis was spitting actual things. He wasn't just like making shit up. Like the part with like the part in the song where he's like 99% of your fans wear high heels. That's a proven fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because everybody know a woman that was in love with LL at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had female cousins that was buying all his albums and bought his autobiography and all that shit. I didn't buy that stuff. You know what I mean? And that was the ladies' man, and Cannabis took him down, and I was like, yo, this track is fire, it's classic, and I was on Team Cannabis. I was riding with him, and I definitely feel like it's a top 5 diss track award.
Hmm. I feel you though. I respect that. Respect that. That Cannot Bust album. I don't care what no one said. That's a dope album. Oh shit. This shit's fucking up again. Okay. Well, that was my number 4 is gonna be the Boogie Down Productions. Bridge is Over. Yeah, that's definitely, in my opinion, the grandfather of all diss tracks right there. Um, he went after basically Mr. Magic, Marley Marl, Shan, and Roxanne Shante. I mean, that whole song has quotables after quotables after quotables. It's not even funny and shit. Like Roxanne Shante is only good for steady fucking. Like everybody knows that line and shit. Like just that fucking Billy Joel sample. It's just one of the greatest diss tracks ever and shit. And with that song and shit like that, it was of course the answer back to MC Shan's the bridge, the bridge and shit. So it was after that. It was over for Shan and shit. Just the bridge is over. Like fucking phenomenal diss track. Phenomenal diss track right there. But yeah, let me see what the chat is saying. Like Mike said, I've never seen the hate for the Ether beat. Not the best, but it's not trash either. I can respect that. I can respect that, Mike. I just always felt like with that loop, it just kind of I don't know. I just never really I never really appreciated that. Never really liked it like the beat like that, but it is what it is. All right. So where are we at right now? Okay, I'm at number 3. I'm gonna see Travis number 4 and shit. Just waiting for him to come back on. Yo, I cannot wait to do this Sade review. Low key, definitely very very dope. We need to do this. I okay, so Tribero is still going on. I'm just gonna just go over my list just to go over because track number three, Common's The Bitch in You. Of course, the answer back to West Side Connections, West Side Slaughterhouse. Um, that song right there was definitely another song where I felt people underestimated Common when it came to battling. I know people want to talk about, the sweet diss track he did with Drake, talking about, well, I never heard Common diss somebody, or I never heard him rap like that. Well, back in like '96 when this song was released, came out with the Bitch in You, annihilated Ice Cube, and talking about you ain't made shit dope since America's Most Wanted to see from the Midwest to the East on the dick of the East on your first release. Okay, as much as I love that line, I have to correct comment because Cube released many dope shit after America's Most Wanted, but at the same time, it was a dope line. He had so much balls and shit like that. Cause we were talking about how Cypress Hill was going after Cube and shit. Definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna try the link one more time. Hey,
My bad.
no, you
My
good, bro.
Wi-Fi is all fucking up, yo.
I know the
Yeah.
feeling, man. Like that's one thing about coming home. I don't have to deal with my during Wi-Fi and shit. Like you know how I
Yeah.
told you every night at midnight the Wi-Fi goes out and starts acting stupid
Mm,
and shit.
right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I was telling
Yeah.
them
Yeah, bro.
I was telling them my number four and shit.
Okay.
I said the bridge is over.
Oh yes. Classic.
Classic. Um,
Um. Yeah.
yeah, nothing needs to be said. It was just definitely a dope diss track. They did their thing with that one.
Mhm.
A lot of hip hop quotables came from that whole song.
Right.
Yeah. Number three.
Number three for me is Ice Cube, No Vaseline.
Okay.
Um, I think Cube did like dismantled NWA by itself, and that's something that is hard to do. Like to have like one person up against a whole group. I feel like he definitely destroyed them with that one song. Definitely a West Coast classic in my opinion.
I agree.
And yeah, like that's a timeless diss track. For me. I think like after doing a song like that, like there's no coming back from that. Like I don't feel like you can do a song called No Vaseline and then decide later, oh well, I'm gonna rejoin the group. I think like he was done at that point.
Right.
You know, yeah, that's my number three.
Okay. My number three I was talking was Comments the Bitch in You, ironically.
Okay, all
Um, People underestimated Common low key when it came to battling.
right,
Cause I know a lot of people want to talk about that Drake diss track, but the bitch in you is 10 times lethal
yeah,
than that
yeah.
shit.
And Drake don't
Like,
write his own shit, so
right?
you can't
Talking
even
about
I wouldn't even consider Drake for this conversation because he don't write his own stuff. So
you know,
you know what I mean?
like my favorite line was like, "You ain't made shit dope since the miracles most wanted to cease from the Midwest to the East on the dick of the East on your first release." I'm just like, God damn.
Crazy.
Videos of white boys talking, you get wicked, referring to Red Hot Chili Peppers in that video.
Right, right, exactly.
I was like, comment,
Yeah, that's
comment.
my shit too. that wicked joint. That's my joint off of the Predator.
Right. That's my shit
You know,
too.
I love that. Yeah,
Shit.
you know,
Yeah, Common the bitch in you. That's ferocious. And he was
yeah.
a conscious rapper too. How a gangster rapper get dissed by a conscious rapper? But
It's
yeah,
common. Just that's just his thing. Like he had it in him. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's overlooked because of the type of artist that he is. He wasn't a gangster rapper. He wasn't a street rapper. So it's like people don't mention that song when they talk about his music.
that's true.
You know?
Common the
Yeah.
bitch in you. Not
Hmm.
your number three.
Number two is Tupac hit him up. Definitely think
Mm.
this is a classic diss track, and I like, yeah, I mean he had the Outlaws on it, but Pac always did shit with the Outlaws, so like that didn't bother me. But the fact that he actually he made a video for the song, and he called niggas out, like he mentioned niggas names. He wasn't doing no subliminal shit. Like he said Biggie and he said Puffy and Mobb Deep, and I felt like, yo, like that shit was a scathing diss track. And yo, that was a big track over here, man. Like I used to see that video all the time. You know what I'm saying? They played it
Yeah.
in heavy rotation on the radio. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's I don't understand how like some people don't like it, but I feel like that was Pac when he was mad when he got out of jail and he got signed to death row, and he just was like, fuck it, man. Like he just was angry, and it was like a different like level of Pac that we never seen before, you know?
I can agree with you on that
I
part.
think it was great.
I can agree
Yeah.
with you on that part. I just, when it comes to hit 'em up, it's not that I really dislike it. I just feel like people overrate it as like, oh, this is diss tracks and all diss tracks.
Right.
And don't get me, I love pop, but I'm kind of I have an acquired taste for the Outlaws.
Right.
And I felt like for a diss track, there were just too many of them and shit like that. And I don't mind when
Yeah.
people have their homies to rap over, a diss track and shit.
Mm,
I don't mind
mm,
that, but I just
right.
kind of lost interest when they were rapping. Besides
Right.
Gaddafi. Gaddafi's my
Well,
dude.
yeah. Well, yeah. Like I remember. Like I said before. Like Outlaws to me always worked better with Pac because they had like a certain type of energy and and chemistry with him that they don't have now. Like now that he's gone, it's not the same group. You know what I'm saying? But he bought. I feel like he bought the best out of Gaddafi and Fatal and Young Noble in them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Okay. I agree
So
with
it
you.
was like to me like as far as like the outlaw stuff, like to me their best shit was when they did stuff with Pac. Like now they're not even and he lost so many members too. That's another thing. So
Yeah, they're too busy snorting Tupac's
you know,
ashes. That's what they're doing. Yeah.
yeah,
But okay, I'll accept that. I don't mind. My
mm,
number two,
yeah,
I'm kind of skeptical about doing this one, but I want to be Easy E's
um,
real motherfucking G's.
right,
That's another classic diss track that was vicious. In my opinion, that's more vicious than Hit 'Em Up, in my opinion.
right,
That's my personal opinion. That's more dark and vicious than Hit 'Em Up. Like this nigga easy. It's all known that he is not the best rapper, but
right,
he entertains on the mic, and
right,
this his style on the mic is bar none untouchable.
right,
So he was going after like basically Dre and Snoop and shit like that. The
yeah,
video again was dope. Had
mm-hmm.
that fake Easy E, real rap for food.
Oh God,
Um,
I remember that shit.
I feel like even though like I was surprised when y'all said that BG Knockout just with child molested, I feel like they did that thing on that song,
Right,
especially Dresta. Yeah, and
yeah,
I feel like Easy E's last verse is probably my favorite verse off that song. You and your
Right.
dog, like nigga was just going in and shit.
Hmm.
Now you think you're bigger, but you ain't nothing but a bitch ass nigga. Fucking better
Man.
follow your sergeant's directions. Oh
Yeah.
my, Easy is a fucking fool, man. Like I can't
Yeah.
even hate Easy at time. I can never hate Easy, man.
Right.
That's my number two.
Number one for me is Ether. I feel like that's a great song, and I love it. I feel like Nas definitely won the battle, but Jay, you know, he has like the slightly better discography to me, you
Okay.
know. And you know, and it's crazy because I remember like 1999, like having that discussion with my homeboy, like, yo, who's better, Jay Z or Nas? And I said, like, yo, if they ever battle, it would be Nas for me because Nas is a better lyricist. You know, he had deeper songs. You know, you know, he wasn't really about the mainstream like how Jay was. You know what I'm saying? And
All
you
right.
know, I like, to me, it's like when you want to to me when you want to follow like when, like, you know, the Illmatic is like an album for like poster boys, but it's like, to me, it's like when you if you a rap artist and you want to learn how to do your very first album, you got to follow Illmatic. To me, you know, I don't know how people feel about that, but to me, I feel like Illmatic is like the blueprint for like making a classic rap album, you know. And you know, not to say that Reasonable Doubt is not a classic, it is, but I always felt like Illmatic is like that album that, you know, that inspired, you know, artists like J. Cole and Elzar, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I feel like, you know, Takeover was great, but I feel like he got him with Ether, and you know, just there's a DVD I have actually with Nas performing live, and he did that song, and like the club was just crazy when he did that song, and I've never seen him like do this song anywhere else. You know what I mean? And I just feel like it was a classic song, and you know, it was from a classic album like Still Mattered too, and like, yeah, like I said, like Jay-Z really woke up the beast, and you know, he woke him up out of his slumber, and if he didn't do that, we wouldn't have gotten an Etho or Stillmatic.
That
You
is
know, he
true.
probably still would have been doing Nostradamus shit. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like Jay-Z inspired him to, like, you know, wake him up and really go at niggas. So you know, he had to show his ass on that track.
He did.
Yeah,
Definitely. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I definitely see where you're coming from with that one.
Hmm.
Well, my number one Vaseline.
Okay.
I just felt like for a man, to go after his group and shit like that, attack
Right.
them, um, it's just definitely one of the groundbreaking diss track. And not only
Yeah.
that, but it's
Mm.
one of the few diss track that got controversy even outside of hip hop circle because he mentioned the JDL, and the Jews and the
Right.
JDL,
Right.
they don't fucking play and shit. So anti-Semitic remarks and shit.
Right.
Like niggas would hunt Ice Cube down and shit after that song. You can just feel. I just want to be a fly in the room when he recorded that fucking song, low key. God damn it. Okay. But anyway, we finished out this review. So right about now, we're gonna start with the Sade review. I'm sorry for that impromptu weights and shit like that, but it is what it is. Shit. By the way, I'm about to get this dope ass Akinyele now and shit. Try if you're watching this, I'm gonna send you another invite. shit. But yeah, the album I'm about to review tonight is Sade's second studio album, Promise, released just 1 year after Diamond Life in 1985. Epic Records. Epic Records. Producers include Robin Millar, Mike Pila, Ben Rogan, and Sade. Basically the same production team as before. Singles albums known for are The Sweetest Taboo, Is It a Crime, and Never as Good as the First Time. All right, so basically Sade, right after Diamond Life, they didn't waste no time working on this album. And the reason why she called this album Promise was because her father, Sade's father, was going through cancer, and he wrote her a letter and stuff like that. And I think he referred to that as like a promise of hope to recover from the cancer. So with like that being said, and a lot of the artistic triumph this album had, with songwriting and production, because the majority of this album was recorded live, and it had a bit more sample drums, like 80s drums and shit like that. So with that being said, this album came out in 85, right here. I always felt like, as much as people love Diamond Life, which I do love myself, um, Promise is possibly her best album. But I'm gonna talk more about that and shit like that when the time is once I review everything. So this is the album cover right here. Very dope album cover and shit. Very dope album cover. See, Sade's beautiful. It's just a beautiful female and shit. Yeah. And like I mentioned before, in case y'all don't know, that's Stuart Matthewman on guitar and sax, Andrew Hale on keyboards, of course Sade on vocals, and Paul Denman on bass guitar. And of course, I had the lyrics right there. And me and Try both got the vinyls of this album. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready to review this album.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. I was just telling like the viewers out about what she was doing. Like the reason why she called this album Promise was because dad was recovering from cancer.
Oh shit.
And the letter was like a promise of hope with the letters he would write her and stuff. So
Right.
which kind of explains the album's somber tone, which we'll get into in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 9 songs. You want to get started?
Yeah.
All right. Track number 1, Is It a Crime?
Yeah.
That's my shit.
Mm-hmm.
What I got from that was like, is it a crime to be vulnerable?
Right.
And to let your feelings out?
Right.
That's what I got from that song. And I love how before like the chorus jumps in, like the pre-hook, it escalates and builds up with the horn, and then it stops for like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the little subtle things I like about Sade's music just gets to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I thought it was good. It's real melodic, and she's singing about like an ex-lover that she wants back, and she wants him to want her too, the same way that she wants him. And I
Right.
feel like that's a song that people could relate to if you've been in love, and you have an ex-lover that you're still in love with, and you think about, and you want them, and you want to know from them if they still feel the same way they for you that you do for them. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it. Definitely a good song.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
All right. Next track, The Sweetest Taboo.
classic.
I know that's like one of your favorite tracks.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. That's one of my favorites of all time from her. You know what I'm saying? Because I was real little when the video came out, and I remember her like riding around in the desert, and she had like a halter top on and shit. You know, and the chorus is catchy, and it's a real like happy and love type of song, and you know, and I feel like it yeah, it's real melodic, and you know, and to me at least when you hear it, it makes you want to be in love with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes you want to be like happy in love with that significant other, and you all got no worries or no problems, and you know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
you know the part of the song where she's like, you know, it's like she's like it's almost like she's praising and celebrating her lover at the same time. And she's
Right.
like she says like every day is Christmas and every night is New Year's Eve, ironically, you know, for this time of year that we in, you know.
Exactly. I feel you.
And yeah, I love it. I definitely think it's like one of her best songs.
Yeah, I have a lot of memories with this song growing up.
Mm,
I always saw it as like a pseudo continuation of Your Love Is King,
mm,
as it's
yeah.
just like the joys of like making love and shit like that, you know. And I definitely love that song and shit like that, you know. Cause it took me a while to figure out what the hell she was talking about, but fuck it. Sade's music gets better once you get older, low key.
Yeah. Yeah, like when you a kid, you don't understand it until you get older.
Facts. All right. Then we get to War of the Hearts. Damn it. Oh shit. Okay. War of the Hearts. I'm just gonna continue this and shit. Yeah, we do apologize for this. Speaker class not usually like this and stuff. Mm. All right. Shit. I'm gonna send him another invite. Looks like we made it. Okay, but yeah. War of the Hearts. That's definitely another one of my favorite tracks. What I got from that song, metaphorically, she's comparing love in a battle, like in like a war zone and shit like that. From what I got from that song and shit. Um, and there's some lyrics I want to definitely read up too. Give me 1 second. Because she says some shit like, who's calling the shots? One of us must make the peace. To have or to have not, the fire has got to cease. I'm loaded, don't know what to point this thing. It's a sin how he hit where it hurts. You know, because I believe he's talking about, Cupid. I mean, excuse me, she's talking about Cupid and shit, you know. But I felt like that was a pretty interesting song, very interesting, It's like you don't know when you're gonna fall in love. That's basically what I got from that song. And of course my laptop charging. All right. Track number 4 is gonna be wait a minute. Okay, well, track number 4 originally was a song called You're Not the Man, but that song is not on the uh for some reason I forgot that song is not on the vinyl version, which kind of sucks though, but that song and Punch Drunk is not on the LP version, but okay. Okay, try hit me on the chat. I just sent you an invite, try. Yeah, modern technology people, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, modern technology.
Mm.
You gotta love technology these days.
Shit. Not when it's fucking up on you like that.
You said what?
I said not when it's fucking up on me like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel your pain though, trust me. Cause I was really about to cuss my landlord out when I be doing these videos and that shit was fucking up 3 o'clock in the morning all
Oh
night.
man.
But yeah, I was just telling them about War of the Hearts.
Yeah. That's what song you said wasn't on the vinyl though?
It was You're Not the Man and Punch Drunk.
Oh yeah, that's not on here.
Yeah, and Punch Drunk is one of my favorite songs, even though it's an instrumental though. But
Right. Okay.
yeah, what you think of War of the Hearts?
Water Hearts, that was a great melodic track. I like the keyboard solo in it and the saxophone solo, and you know the like to me it like, I know it's a song about love, but is kind of like has like a different meaning too, because I
Right.
feel like she's not just talking about love, but she's talking about like about the world and mankind, and like where she's singing about like who's calling the shots. One of us must make the peace to have or have not the front what did she say? The fire has got to cease. And I feel like she wasn't just talking about love. I feel like she was just it was a deeper meaning than just a relationship. I mean that's what I got from the song.
Same. Like it's like she's comparing war and love and putting
Right.
that in that same vein. That's what I got from that.
Yeah, that's what I got. That was a beautiful song though. That's like one of my favorites on here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so with You're Not the Man, we're just gonna talk about You're Not the Man and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that one is a song where females can relate to.
Right.
Like, let's say a female meets this guy, he's
Mm,
like too good to be true and shit like that. Not just females,
right.
but guys too, but in this sense, females, but he's too
Right.
good to be true. And you get to know him, but you lose your attractiveness. You lose the fact, why am I with this person and shit?
Right. Right.
So I felt like that was a pretty deep track, kind of sad song about longing for love and shit.
Right.
What you think?
Okay. I never heard it. The what's it called? You the man?
You're Not the Man.
You're not. I never heard it. It's not on the vinyl for this.
Yeah. Cause I was listening to it on Spotify and I just looked at my vinyl. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I hate when they fucking do that, but at the same time, I love it at the same time.
I never heard that song.
But yeah, it's a pretty
Never
dope
heard it.
melody. Like it's haunting, like very haunting and shit. Love it.
Okay. I
Um,
gotta check it
then,
out.
then we had Jezebel. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go on. Start on this one.
I thought it's a nice ballad, nice saxophone. Um, to me, this song is like a confessions of a whore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know, like from what I got, it seemed like she's
God damn it. Oh Lord. Bro, like I'm really hate Wi-Fi. I hate Wi-Fi with a passion. Oh Jesus. Okay, man. Come on, we're like halfway done with this album. Can you just not fuck up for like until this album's over? Damn. Don't worry, try. I got you. Always something. Every time a nigga wants to do a live review, somebody either wants to call or Wi-Fi fucks up. Damn, man. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, like we can just run through these songs now, cause like his Wi-Fi just keeps fucking up, man. Damn. I don't blame Tribero one bit. 'Cause I know how people Wi-Fi has issues. I just really was not expecting just me doing this video up to this time though, because I gotta get to work in the morning. But with Christmas taking a toll on me and shit. Just want to get back to the nitty gritty of shit. Just want to get my videos up together before I go on break. By the way, like I mentioned before, like New Year's Eve, New Year's, I'm possibly gonna be songs and key like possibly the last video before I go on break. Shit, I done hit my fucking finger, man. Shit. Okay. Okay, so yeah, me and Trout, we're just gonna run through these songs. We're just gonna run through these songs because this Wi-Fi is like consecutively fucking up and shit. So, besides, we only have like 5 songs left technically. So, shit. Oh man. I swear that 70 show can be hilarious sometimes. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh Lord, 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 Lord. Every time a nigga looks forward for a live videos.
Yeah, my
What's
bad.
happening? You
Go ahead.
should. Yeah, we can just run through the last couple of songs and shit.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, but like Jezebel, I just thought she was talking about a whore. I don't know. Was she?
Yeah, she was talking about a female, basically a female who embraces like the prostitute life and shit like that.
Right.
But at the same time, like you don't know how she got to that lifestyle, and she is appreciative of it. That's what I got from that.
I feel you.
Possibly my favorite
Yeah.
song off the album.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to Mr. Wrong.
Side B.
Yes, very dope track.
Yeah.
Kind of like in the same vein of "You're Not the Man," but more darker
Mm,
and shit.
right. Yeah, she's singing about a cheating ass dude and how he did the woman wrong and I liked the real nice melodic track and she says get out. She's telling the female like get out on your own girl and show him how you can be strong girl. You don't need him now.
Right.
It's like a woman empowerment song, but like for females that's dealing with a no good ass nigga, that's like a song that they need to listen to.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that and shit like that.
Yeah,
All right. Then we get to "Never as Good as the First Time."
love that song.
For
Up
real.
tempo track and nice beats, real soulful. Um, to me, it's like one of those songs where it's almost like she's singing about like losing your virginity. That's what I got from it.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I don't know, but I mean, it might be a deeper meaning, but like listening to this, just like my like what I got from it is like she's just talking about like losing your virginity for the first time, and like the second time is never as special as the first.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I can definitely see this song predating like the Stronger Than Pride album as well.
right.
Then we get to "Fear."
Mm-hmm.
What I got from that song is like how it's being scared of love, basically.
Right. Right.
Afraid to get you're fearing to get hurt, basically. That's what I got from
And
that song.
that song was also sampled by Mobb Deep on Murder Music for Where's Your Heart At?
Oh shit.
The part that part
Oh wow, I never knew that.
for Where's Your Heart At?
Bad. Okay. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Um, then we get to Tar Baby.
Yeah.
That's a very personal track. Very probably the darkest song off the album. Shit, I lost him again. Okay. 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 It's two songs. It's two songs. Jeez. Swear to God. What do I do to get this? Okay. But yeah, Tar Baby, in case you guys don't know what a Tar Baby is, um, it can be considered a derogatory term. It could be considered like a derogatory term because of the fact that, of the fact that it was part of like the Uncle Remus tales and shit like that. And in this certain situation, while listening to the song Tar Baby talks about a female who got pregnant, but she does not want the baby. And basically what I got from that was like she finds the baby to be an annoyance. And it's kind of a deep personal check because once you get towards the ending of the song, they actually start to appreciate like the baby more and stuff like that. They appreciate the baby more, and they said that the moral of the story is don't take your anger out on, a baby and shit like that because they didn't ask to be born, and we should treat like baby like because the children are the future and shit like that. So that's a very deep track, in a way, and I'm so glad that Sade, put the term like Tar Baby up in the forefront in a way. So I very much love Tar Baby. Very dope track. And the final song, Marine. Um, that's a very interesting track as well. That's a very interesting track as well because of the fact that according to my sources, Sade kind of regretted writing a song. Because you guys should know that Sade is like a very, very private person. And I think Maureen was like a friend of hers and stuff like that. And basically like, yeah, she's talking about this girl Maureen and how they were so close and shit like that. And the reason why Sade regrets this writing this song was because the fact that she felt like she was putting her business out there. She was just putting her business out there and things of that nature. So yeah, that's definitely what I got from Promise. I mean, yeah, from Marine and Punch Drunk. Even though it's an instrumental, that's possibly like one of my favorite songs. Probably my favorite song, but it's an instrumental. But my favorite song will possibly either be a toss up between Tar Baby or Jezebel and shit. But yeah, that's everything you need to know about Promise from Sade. Overall, very dope album. It's a classic. It's a classic album by many people. Many people will say it's a classic album. Um, this the Diamond Life was a good album, but this was the album that really made Sade, gave her that mysterious aura and shit like that. Um, very dope album. Love this album. Um, again, like she was definitely at a prime and shit. Yeah, very good album. Kind of somber too, because she was going through her father's cancer, and she was definitely talking about like a lot of issues, like prostitution, unwanted pregnancy, wedlock, shit like that. So yeah, that's very much what I got from the whole album Promise. I'm gonna do Stronger Than Pride and Love Deluxe around February because I'm trying to get a copy of Love Deluxe now. I'm gonna see how much the vinyl versions are, but yeah, man, like Sade Promise, 1985. This album should still be in print, and even if it's not in print, it's not that expensive. So just looking right here is $8, so that should tell you something. And like I mentioned before, I could be doing a pre-recorded video tomorrow, depending on when I get off from work, how I feel. But this Sunday, we're gonna raise me and Try. We're gonna definitely talk about this monumental album right here. So stay tuned on that. And as usual, this is your boy Reg here. Oh, I want to give a shout out to everybody on the chat that was participating. I want to give a shout out to Mike. I want to give a shout out to Tribero and shit. Even though like I'm not mad about the Wi-Fi incident, I understand completely and shit. Yeah, most definitely everybody. Thank y'all for supporting and shit. Hope you guys have a good night. Peace.